It's the National Football League on EA Sports, and we've got some history in this battle of AFL alumni. Hold on tight. We're in for an exciting one, and it comes your way next on Madden Football.
Now from the banks of the Ohio River, we welcome you to Paycor Stadium in downtown Cincinnati, Ohio. Good to be with you. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson here in the booth. Greg, we got a couple of teams who love to throw the football, and you know how guys say, hey, we're not going against the other offense. We're going against the other team's defense. Greg, these star wide receivers, you know they're watching what the other guy does on the field here today.
Oh, in their minds, there's no question. They are competing against one another, and I think that's what makes this league so fun is when these guys, they know each other, they study each other, they work together in the off seasons. A lot of times they're friends. But come game day, there is no question. At the end of this one, yes, they want their teams to win, but when they put their two box scores up next to each other, there's going to be some bragging rights come this offseason.
The kicker, Daniel Carlson, has this one teed up. And off we go here in Cincinnati. Charlie Jones now to return. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The Cincinnati offense set to take over for the first time. And they're led by the #1 overall pick in 2021, national champion at LSU, it's Joe Burrow.
We're looking at one of the most gifted quarterbacks in the league, and really, Mike, it's not just post-snap with the arm talent and the ability to make every throw, but it's even what he's able to do before the ball is snapped. He's one of the smartest quarterbacks in the league. Remember, coming off an injury-shortened season just a year ago, he's looking to prove he's still an elite quarterback in the NFL.
They'll run. It's the rookie from Texas Tech. He'll be brought down after a short pickup to about the 29. Here's 2nd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Got his receiver on the in-cut. He's got it. Trying to avoid the early 3 and out, they face 3rd and a yard. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. He was trying to get it to Jamar Chase. And that's going to lead to a 4th down.
Remember what they told us, Mike, leading up to this game. They said it is so critical for us to find success, especially on 3rd down. We want to maintain possession, extend these drives. Well, the first crack comes up and they fail through the air, and we're going to have to regroup and be able to have better success throughout the remainder of this game.
Now, fair catch is made, and it's just inside the 15-yard line. The Raiders offense set to take over for the first time. And leading them, Greg, the veteran out of West Virginia, it's Geno Smith.
You just can't say enough about Geno and his turnaround over the last couple years, Mike. I mean, many thought he was destined to just be a career backup and just play out the rest of his career. And when things didn't play out at first, instead of just listening to those doubters, he just kept working on his craft. And next thing you know, he gets an opportunity with a new team, makes the most of it, and he's now solidified himself as a bona fide franchise quarterback in this league.
And that'll be a pickup of 3. They face 2nd down and 7. Working out of the gun, Smith. Gonna get that complete. Jacoby Myers. And he's taken down up past the 35. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. So, 1st and 10 here now at the 38. They'll send a tight end in motion. Lone back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. From the shotgun, Smith. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
It seemed there was a bit of a busted coverage in the secondary, and I think that's what led that receiver to be so wide open, and that's a ball that just needs to be put on him. It doesn't have to be a perfect throw. It doesn't have to be thrown on the money. Just make it catchable and take advantage of that opportunity.
He'll look middle, and he's got his man complete. 13 yards on that pass play. 1st down, Vegas.
These 3rd down conversions are just so important, Mike. Everybody stresses we want to possess the ball, give our offense as much opportunity to end as many drives as we can, scoring points. So if you want to stay on the field, you better be good on 3rd down.
So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So a lot of options on the table now. It's 1st and 5. Here's Gino. Finding his tight end there. And they have the 1st down, so they get the completion on 1st and 5, and now they'll set up 1st and 10. Following the completion, we'll get a stoppage here for an injured player. Athletic training staff looking at him, so we'll step aside. Smith now to throw on 1st down. Work in the middle of the field, but that is incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. And it'll bring up 2nd down.
Up until that incompletion, they've done a really nice job on this drive, Mike, picking up fresh sets of downs. And typically, throwing the ball on 1st down is a great way to do it. But now they find themselves in 2nd and 10. Do you keep it in the air and try to get the 1st down here? Or is the idea to just make 3rd down manageable and take your chances picking up a key 3rd down?
That's his 2nd catch on the drive. This one is good for 20 yards.
This is clinic tape for any young wide receiver out there watching this guy run routes. He has the defender thinking everything is a go ball. Attack him vertically, and then when you get to your route depth, you stick that foot in the ground, you break in, balls on time, results in a nice 1st down pickup.
And he'll get 2 on this one before being taken down. They'll stick with him again. And he'll get this ahead. Gain of about 4. And it leads to 3rd down. From the gun, it's Gino. Good blocking, and he's in. Geno Smith, touchdown Raiders. The defense comes up with the coverage, but they cannot keep up with the speed as the quarterback scrambles to the end zone for the touchdown.
And down here in the red zone, Mike, is where I think a quarterback's legs can be the most dangerous. The defenders are trying to match backs, match tight ends and receivers, but often it's the quarterback that has no one assigned to him, and in this case, he's able to capitalize and run it in himself.
Daniel Carlson on to attempt the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Raiders will take a 7-0 lead. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. He fields it at the 8. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. The Bengals offense ready now for their second drive. They were forced to punt the first time through. It led to a touchdown, so down 7-0 as they get the ball back for 1st and 10. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is 1st down and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And he's close to a 1st down. It's a gain of 9. Nice pitch and catch on 1st down. A good spot here. 2nd and a yard. Gesicki, the man in motion. Gonna get that complete to Jamar Chase. And he's gonna be brought down up past the 45.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. But think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last.
Not much to speak of on that one. Maybe a gain of a yard. It's 2nd down. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Second down, Burrow. Going left side down the field, and it's complete. 18 yards on the pickup there. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
This is a great example, Mike, of just how effective it is when you're efficient on early downs throwing the ball. I mean, when you can pick up 1st downs without getting to 3rd down, as the game unfolds, things just get easier and easier. Take what the defense is giving you. Don't force the ball downfield. But when you can stay ahead of the chains without having to get to 3rd and have it plays, that's when an offense is really firing.
On 1st and 10, Burrow.
Just take what the defense is giving you. When you can stay ahead of the chains and just take these easy pitch and catch throws underneath, hitch routes, quick game, now it puts you in a lot more favorable down and distances to eventually attack this defense a little bit more downfield.
2nd down and 3. Burrow to throw. He's got it at the 7, and he's going to be taken down.
I love the way the ball's been moving around to different guys this drive, Mike. I mean, it really keeps the defense guessing and off balance. And now this defense is going to have to figure out how to keep this offense out of the end zone because it's 1st and goal.
Throwing is Burrow. That's hauled in at the 2. And he will get into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals.
But you think back to their first possession of this game, Mike, it resulted in a punt. Not exactly the fast start the coaches told us was so important as this game unfolds. They get the ball back for possession 2. Now they try to find some rhythm, find their identity of the game plan, and they come away with 6. So that's how you bounce back in this league. It's not always going to be perfect. Really nice job settling into this game here with their second possession.
Evan McPherson now to kick the extra point. The kick is good. And the Bengals will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. On the return is Dylan Laube. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to see what they can do on their second possession. We'll try to break out of this deadlock. We are all even at 7 as they start this drive, 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. Throwing right, it's taken in. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
Now this is the epitome of a really short throw and a really nice run after catch. And listen, for a quarterback, it all counts the same. You don't always have to throw the ball downfield to generate explosive plays, and these drag routes can be very, very effective.
Throw over the middle, and they can't connect. It's incomplete.
There's a fine line between trusting your arm and having a little bit too much faith in your arm, right? I think this was one of those situations here, Mike, where there was nowhere to go with the ball. He tries to fit that one in there anyway, and he's lucky that it just falls incomplete.
A handoff as they try to run it here. And the defense there to meet him. They'll hold him to 2 and bring up 3rd down. Gino to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
And we will not have a return here. This one angled out of bounds. The Bengals offense ready to get back at it. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with 1st down. Right away, they'll try a jet sweep. And this defense having nothing of that, they get him down behind the line.
The timing of the jet sweep is critical. If you can get the ball carrier past the end man on the line, typically there's a lot of space downfield, but give credit to the defense. They saw this one play out, they reacted quickly, and they're able to throw him down for a loss.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. Passing right side, and Chase has it.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
3rd and 6. Burrow now. That is caught. Finding Higgins. 14 yards on that pass play there. And the Bengals going to have a first down.
This is what every offense looks to do, Mike. They want to attack the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. And oftentimes, that's where the chunk plays come. Give it to your receiver on the move and let them do the rest.
Here's 1st and 10. Now, Burrow. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Just seems like another case of predetermining where the quarterback is going to go with the ball. He had a lot of good route options on that last concept. I think if he just remains a little bit more patient, read the play out, let it unfold, will lead to some easier and better completions.
On 2nd down, it's Brooks. And he's going to struggle to get back to the line, maybe a yard. And Landon Roberts in there on the tackle. Third and 9. To throw is Burrow. And this ball incomplete on 3rd down.
So the hope is your 1/3 down conversion from really jump-starting a possession that ultimately leads in points. But after that 3rd down incompletion, kind of throws a wrench into those plans.
Here's the punter now. He'll punt for the 2nd time, looking to pin the opponent back deep. Just what the punter's hoping to do. Fair catch taken right at the 10-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. They'll begin with 1st down from their own 11. They try to set up the screen, but this one doomed from the start. It's incomplete.
He decides to go with this safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
They'll try again. It's 2nd and 10. Back to the air, it's Smith. Quick throw, taken in. And he'll get about 6 before he's taken down.
Well, so often we see quarterbacks standing in the pocket, holding it, seeing if they can create something downfield. Well, not that play. That play was simple. Snap the ball to the quarterback, spit it out into the hands of your receiver, and let's see what he can do.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith going for it all. And that is incomplete.
His offense is doing everything they can to quiet this crowd, and even though they missed on that long attempt, at least it sets the tone that they're going to continue to attack. If they can come up with a completion on one of those downfield passes, it's going to go a long way to settling themselves into this game.
Fair catch is called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. Set to go now on 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Taken in by Gesicki. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. A touchdown apiece here in the 1st quarter of play. Pair of 7s on the scoreboard. Greg and I back here in Cincinnati after this. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10. To throw is Burrow. Gets it away quickly, and it's caught. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
The drag route is such a good way to get the ball early into the hands of your tight end and take some pressure off the quarterback and give him an easy completion. The size and the athleticism allows them to try to pick up more yards, but do it after the catch.
Burrow here on 2nd down. Oh, and this one's going to wind up incomplete. That's one you'd think he'd be able to corral. But he can't find the handle, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Oftentimes, it's the wide open ones that are the hardest to catch. It seems like the ball is in the air forever. You start overthinking it, you start really making more of it than what you should, and you let it slip away.
They'll run here with Brown. And they'll take it down to the 22, but they've got it. That's enough for the 1st down.
Nothing real fancy about this call here, Mike, right? In this 3rd and short, just get the ball to your running back, make sure he has enough space to pick up the 1st down, and they're able to convert.
They bring Chase in motion. A 1st down throw for Burrow. He'll get this out to his running back. And they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5. Back to throw, Burrow. And that ball incomplete over the middle.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
3rd and 5. Burrow from out of the gun here on 3rd down. And they're going to have enough to convert here. And it sets up 1st and goal.
One of the easiest ways to negate these really good pass rushes in the NFL, Mike, is just to simply get the ball out of the quarterback's hand as fast as possible. And sometimes it's by design, sometimes it's based on need. But really nice job there by the quarterback, getting into the hands of his receiver and then see.
And he gets out wide. He'll go to the end zone. Mike Gesicki, touchdown Cincinnati. McPherson now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bengals will move out to a 14-7 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Laube now to return it. And he is stopped at the 25. The drive will begin there. The Raiders offense getting set to get back to work. They trail now 14-7 as they'll come up for 1st and 10. They go play action with Smith. His throw left side is complete. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
I'd like to see them do a better job here the rest of the game, Mike, just disguising the coverage from the pre-snap look to the post-snap look. And what I mean is, when you have a quarterback at this level and what they see before the ball's in their hands is the exact same thing they see once they do get the ball, everything is just so much easier for them to process. Change the look, change the coverages, move your safeties. Make the quarterback have to process with the ball in his hand.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And that is going nowhere in a hurry. Finally taken down well behind the line.
I'd like to see that running back be a little bit more decisive with his cut, Mike. You can see he was a little hesitant, and once you're late making that decision, you just kind of get strong laterally. Great job there by the defense, and he has no choice but to take that loss.
3rd down and 9. He'll try to get this one on the ground. And he's going to go backwards yet again. The defense stands up tall one more time, and they force a 4th down.
When you can get this level of run support out of your secondary, Mike, man, what an advantage for any defense. This defensive back clearly reads run, gets off his block, and he's able to take down the back for a loss of yards.
Here's A.J. Cole now as he's on to punt for the Raiders. And a pretty good punt there. A fair catch taken right around the 11-yard line. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. Patch to his big tight end, Gesicki. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8.
These are the play calls, Mike, that offensive coordinators use to just get their quarterback and their passing game into some sort of rhythm. Easy pitch and catch, get the ball out of his hand, see a completion. These typically, as the game goes on, lead to bigger and bigger gains.
He'll get the 1st down there, a pickup of about 5 yards.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. 2nd and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the 1st down.
On 1st down, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be 2nd down. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And that will lead to a 2nd down. Give inside, it's Brooks. It's a pickup of about 3 to the 28-yard line. What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? Here's Burrow. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down.
Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
Now fair catch called, and he's going to take it out beyond the 25-yard line. The Raiders offense ready for this next possession. They trail here by a touchdown as this drive will start with a 1st down. from the shotgun. Smith. That one, oh, it's on target, but it goes as an incompletion. Looked like he had that one in his grasp, but unable to hold on, and it will be second down.
So the receiver does everything right, except for the most important part. He runs a nice route, great separation downfield, but now you just got to finish that thing off with a catch.
Now, a second down throw for Smith. He throws right side down the field, and it is brought in. A big-time play for Vegas. 31 yards.
Those are the explosive pass plays that this team is going to continue to mine all day. And you can see pre-snap, the quarterback loved his matchup. He allowed his receiver to work downfield. Perfect throw, and now sets them up to try to see if they can finish this drive off with some points.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Now give on the ground, and he'll take this forward for about 3. It's second down. Working out of the gun, Smith. Quick throw here is complete. And that's going to be a first down. A pickup of 9.
Nothing a quarterback loves more, Mike, than being able to pick up a first down without being forced to push the ball downfield and force it past the line to gain. He settles for the underneath check down. He's confident that his receiver is going to pick up the rest after the catch.
Play action now. It's Geno. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
I could sit up here all day, Mike, and we could talk about the missed throw, but I think a lot of the credit has to go to the pass defense. Not only did they do a good job making it difficult for them to complete the pass, but I think they saved a touchdown along the way.
Up the middle they go. And it's a big run down to the 10-yard line.
Big hole up the middle. The interior of this offensive line did a great job clearing some space. The back saw it quick, and he hit it. And next thing you know, he was in the secondary for a big pickup.
They'll full 10 yards. It's 1st and goal. Not up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? Now another at 1st and goal, albeit from a back. On play action, Smith. And he's in. Michael Mayer. Touchdown, Vegas. Well, the play fake gets its job done, and so too does the tight end. Always a great target down there, as you know, Greg, near the end zone.
And this is where, Mike, so many tight ends do their damage. Down here in the goal line where the threat of run gets so, and oftentimes it just takes the slightest hesitation by a defender. You see a tight end pop wide open, and in this case, results in the touchdown.
Carlson now for the extra point. He's got it, and the Raiders will tie things up. We are all even at 14. So back to level after the touchdown, and time for the kickoff. The return starts from the 5. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. This one, everything we could have hoped for, even at 14. They'll start this drive with first down. Now, Burrow. He'll spot Higgins, who makes the grab.
Seemed like the receiver, Mike, ran through like 5 different open zones, but once he found the one that he liked, where the quarterback was expecting him, you see him do a nice job throttling down, secures the catch, and he's able to pick up a nice gain.
An enviable spot to operate from. Here's 2nd and inches. Gesicki, the man in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. To the left side, caught by Chase. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
The thing that jumps out to me the most, Mike, is just how often the quarterback is able to throw the ball to his first read in the progression. So hats off to the play caller. Him and the quarterback seeing the game through the exact same set of eyes, and there is a lot of room to operate.
Give it up the middle to Brooks. Room to run inside the 40. And he's going to be brought down, but not until he gets inside the 35.
There's a combination of footwork and vision, his ability to kind of weave through traffic and understand where the holes were. It's a really nice job working through some bodies and picking up a big gain.
1st and 10. Throwing is Burrow, and the rush gets home. He'll go down. They got him.
And now we're seeing the game kind of go back and forth, each team trading blows, trying to establish control over the other. Nice chunk play on the previous play. The defense responds back with a sack, and we're going to see which team can establish a little bit more of this control as the game unfolds.
Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. On the ground, it's Brown. And he's going to be taken down as we hit the 2-minute warning here in this first half. Third and long. Burrow now. Pass right side, and Higgins has the catch. Now the Raiders going to use the first of their timeouts. Fourth down, and the Bengals will bring in Evan McPherson for the field goal try. This a 44-yard attempt. McPherson's kick is good. And the Bengals get 3 here late in the first half to take the lead.
And I think this is going to end up being considered a successful drive, Mike. I think so you would have loved to see them come down and convert and score a touchdown. But at the very least, they needed to come away with 3. They were able to do that and take a lead on that field goal.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Laube now to return it. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Raiders offense ready to take over possession of the football. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the two sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. From the pistol, Smith. Quick throw, out wide. It's caught.
Certainly not the biggest play of the day, but a good example of picking up positive yardage, staying ahead of the chains by a well-timed ball and a well-timed route.
2nd and a yard. From the shotgun, it's Smith. He bought all the time he could, but he's going to be taken down as he couldn't get a throwaway.
So after picking up some positive yardage on 1st down, they end up going backwards on 2nd. That sack now brings up 3rd and long, and what most of the time is a very pass-happy situation makes them very one-dimensional.
From the gun, it's Gino. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete.
He's trying to set the tone here for the rest of the game and let this defense know there is not a blade of grass on this field that you don't have to defend, because he reared back and he let that one eat. And he's got to work a little bit on his touch, a little bit on his accuracy, but I don't think he needs to work on his arm strength.
And good coverage by the punt team. They stop him before he can get any return cranked up. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. They'll come up here, 1st and 10. Gesicki, the man in motion. Burrow now to throw on 1st down. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it just over a minute remaining in this first half. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Under pressure, and down he goes. They got him. Now timeout Vegas. That is their 2nd. Clock stops with a little under a minute to go in this 2nd quarter. Burrow. He's going to let it go deep for Chase. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
There's only a handful of guys in the league who legitimately have world-class speed, and he's one of them. I mean, he's the type of weapon that you 3 or 4 times a game have to just say, okay, my guy, he's faster than your guy. We're going to send him deep and let it fly. And even though that one falls incomplete, you have to continue to sprinkle that threat in, because it makes everything else in your passing game that much easier.
The visitors' offense going to see what they can do in the final minute of this first half. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Back is Smith. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else. And I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play. Really nice job there by the defense defending the middle of the field. That is the most valuable real estate on the field. They know every single offense is trying to attack the defense between the hashes, so give credit. They took away all the throwing lanes, and that ball falls incomplete.
Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it, and that's going to bring an end to this first half.
Okay, Mike, thank you. More from you and Greg in a moment, but for now, welcome one and all to our EA Sports Halftime Report. The Bengals got a strong performance in that first half by Joey B, their quarterback, Joe Burrow. His 2 touchdown passes helped pave the way for his guys to take this lead into the intermission. This one's been as good as advertised. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams. This is a very level first half, and I'd expect to see more of the same after the break.
Okay, Coach, thanks a bunch. We'll see which team's adjustment's going to pay dividends here. I like we're going to play a big role in who wins this one. Three points, all that separates these two sides, as half number 2 kicks off. To return, Tyreek McAllister. He's across the 20, taken down just shy of the 25. The visitors' offense looking to get back to work as we begin this third quarter. They'll start out first down and 10. They'll go play action. Oh, no chance there. Under a heavy rush, he goes down.
If there's any silver lining for this drive, Mike, it's the fact that at least this sack occurred on an early down. So I guess technically they have a chance to claw themselves out of this hole, but that's the 3rd sack of the game. And this defense doesn't show any signs of slowing down.
Go with a draw play here on second down. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
When you call a draw, Mike, what you're counting on is that the defense is in full pass mode. The linebackers in secondary are getting a lot of depth in their drops. The defensive line is just racing up the field thinking, I'm going to sack the quarterback. In this case, they're not so lucky. Not only do they not catch him off guard, they're not able to pick up any yards.
He's going to look for the home run ball. That is caught! And he's going to take this one all the way. 83 yards. Touchdown, Vegas. They get the job done in the air. Greg, that is a play we see often. It's also a play we see work very often.
Mike, that 4 vertical route, it puts a ton of pressure on the secondary. But in order to do that, you have to give your quarterback time for those receivers to get downfield. Give credit to the offensive line. That's exactly what they did. They're able to take advantage for the strike.
Now Carlson to add the extra point. The kick is good. And the Raiders move out in front by 4. It's 21-17. Here's Carlson now. He'll kick this one off, following the touchdown on the other end. This will be returned from the 6. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Bengals offense and Joe Burrow set to take over again. And I want to take you through the highlights here. They have been plentiful from the quarterback position. Has the offense running at a high efficiency throughout, and will try to sustain it here down the stretch. They bring Chase in motion. A first down throw for Burrow. And he's not going to get too far, tackled after a gain of just a yard. Here's a 2nd and 9. Burrow to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
These crossing concepts are frequently used, Mike, throughout the entire game, all across the league. And what it does is it creates a lot of natural rubs. You run out the backside of the defense and rely heavily on the yards after the catch, and it's exactly how they're able to pick up this big gain.
So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's Brown. Here's a 2nd and 6. Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. Play action now. It's Burrow. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line.
Anytime you're facing a zone defense, you're working from your first progression all the way through. But when guys are open in this level, Mike, they don't stay open very long. So what they taught us as receivers, if you're open, stay open. And if you're not open, you better get open quick because that ball is coming out.
There's that man again, another catch.
And this is where the versatility of the tight end position really starts coming into play. Not only do they have to line up with their hand on the ground, but they can occasionally split out in the slot. And man, they're too fast for linebackers, and a lot of times they're too big for defensive backs.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He's going to be marked down at the 12-yard line.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play, and it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest, and that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there. This pitch and catch may have looked routine, but I promise you, Mike, these types of anticipatory throws, especially outside the numbers, they don't occur without countless reps, oftentimes when nobody's even watching.
They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, Bengals. Tight spaces down there. Things happen quick. Greg, a quick decision and great execution for the score.
You're exactly right, Mike. Down here this close to the goal line, everybody's clock has to speed up. Not only the quarterback processing to get the ball out of his hand, but you have to win as a receiver quickly and give the quarterback somewhere to go with the ball. It was that quickness at the line of scrimmage that led to that touchdown.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals extend the advantage to a field goal. It's 24-21. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Laube now to return it. And a solid run back there. He'll get this out past the 30-yard line. The visitors' offense and Geno Smith getting ready for their next possession. And he's had it going in the first half. Really had his way with the secondary. They have been powerless to stop him. Now they're trying to keep it going. A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it, continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
And that'll go for a gain of 7, and it's going to set up third down.
There's a lot of ways to get the ball in the hands of your running backs, and it's not always by just handing it to them. In this case, it's a simple check down, picks up a good gain, brings up third down.
They'll empty out the backfield, line up for third and 3. Now, Geno. And on third down, that ball incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. And sometimes he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. Question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
And some nifty running on the return. Picked up some good yardage before he was taken down. The home team's offense and their quarterback headed out for their next possession. They lead by a field goal as they go to work with a first and 10. They'll start this on the ground with Brooks. The hole closes quickly. He'll pick up about 3. They face second down and 7. This is incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down. Let's see what this call is. You only get a 1-yard buffer from the line of scrimmage for these old linemen. That time he strayed a little too far, and it draws the flag. Burrow here on second down. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Third and long. Burrow from out of the gun here on third down. And he'll be taken down all the way up past the 45.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
Here's 1st and 10. A toss, and here's Brooks. And stretching it out toward the sideline, but the defense gets to him. He'll be taken down for a loss.
That was just a race to the edge, and in this case, Mike, he just wasn't the winner. I mean, at this point, when the defense is out there waiting for you, it's tough for any runner in this league to even get back to the original line of scrimmage.
Burrow. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
Timing and trust, critical elements of this quick passing game. If your target and the quarterback are not on the same page, it winds up being an incompletion and a wasted down.
A tough spot here. 3rd and long. Here's Burrow. That is caught. Finding Higgins. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35.
3rd downs, Mike, those are quarterback downs. Those are the downs where you tend to find yourself in a must-pass situation, and that's where the top guys in the league are still capable of overcoming it. So throw the ball downfield, be accurate with the ball. Winning on 3rd downs, that is a recipe for success.
They go play action for Burrow. That one finds Chase. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
The receiver thought he had a nice soft spot in that zone coverage, and he settles down to give a nice target to the quarterback. But the defense had eyes on him the entire time. Secure rally tackle prevents that from turning into a big play.
They bring Chase in motion. 2nd down, Burrow. And it'll be a short pickup. That's not enough for the 1st down. Looking for a third down conversion on this drive, and they only need a foot. Off the play fake, here's Burrow. Open man, left side, he's got it. And he will have the 1st down. The drive will continue after a pickup of 8.
3rd and inches, you see a lot of teams try to take a shot. Why, Mike? Because they know on 4th and inches, they still have a chance to convert the 1st down. The shot wasn't there, but they're still able to pick up a nice gain and convert and bring up 1st down.
On 1st down, Burrow to the middle of the field, caught by Higgins. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
Similar to a tight end, the slot receiver is often considered the safety blanket. He makes all the difficult catches, tends to be a little bit more around the line of scrimmage, and so far today, he's certainly lived up to that reputation.
Contact up front. Did they get one of the defenders to jump? So now, from half the distance closer, here's 1st and goal. Burrow now. The pressure gets there, and down he goes. A sack.
That 1st and goal sack now changes everything defensively, Mike. You imagine that you're in a 4-down territory where the offense is going to try to take advantage of the field position and punch it in over the goal line. Now, can you hold up on 2nd and 3rd down and come away with forcing a field goal, which in this situation, I think is a huge win.
Now from the 7, it's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Burrow. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
You hear quarterback coaches say it all the time. Let's get our guy easy completions. Well, that falls certainly into that category, Mike, but when you fail to connect on those, it just ends up being a wasted down.
Now, whistles here. Looks like one of the defenders got a head start. This defense holding tight. Now from the 3-yard line, they'll try to stop 3rd and goal. They'll be forced to just throw that one away. It's incomplete.
Here's the quarterback doing everything in his power to extend this play, and none of his guys could get open. You got to see someone separate, work with your quarterback, go into scramble second reaction mode, and let's also give some credit to the back end doing a nice job plastering with their assignment, and he had no choice but to throw it away.
He is 2 for 2. That kick is good. And the Bengals will extend their 3rd quarter lead.
It's always a little bit of a letdown, Mike. You find yourself deep in the red zone and you have to settle for a short field goal like that. In this case, he's able to put it through and they get 3.
McPherson now, after making the field goal, is set to kick this one off. Laube now to return it. Now an opening past the 30. Good return here. Brings it up to the 33-yard line. The visitors' offense and their big play wideout getting set for their next possession. The deficit, 6 points. A touchdown here would be mighty nice for the offense. See what they can do on this drive. 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Smith. That's caught left side by Bowers. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards.
I'm not sure what was the more difficult aspect of the play, winning his route versus man coverage or catching this pass, because that quarterback, he put a little extra sauce on that one to get it there on time, and he's able to secure a really nice catch.
On 2nd down, they'll run. And he is not going to get away. Might have gotten a yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
And with that run, Mike, even though it brings up 3rd down, it still keeps this offense in what they call a 50-50 downs. It means with the down and distance provided, you can call a run or a pass, and both are equal threats. And that's what makes it so hard for these defenses to defend those situations.
And he can't get away. They rally to the football on defense and bring him down for no gain.
This exact situation here, Mike, tends to get a lot of conversation around the league. I think I'm going for it. I think here around midfield, you got to maintain possession, see if you can end this drive with some points. I think you got to stay aggressive, keep your offense on the field.
And no return forthcoming. It's a touchback and will come out to the 20-yard line. So, 3 quarters have come and gone. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. 1st down throw there is incomplete.
Defense got lucky on that one. There's no one accounting for the running back out of the backfield as they should have, and fortunately for them, he bails him out by not securing the catch.
They'll try again here. 2nd and 10. Now, Burrow. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
There was no hesitation from the quarterback. From the jump, he knew where he wanted to go with that ball, but it still leads to an incompletion. They're just still not quite on the same page.
2 incompletions to start the drive, and it leads to 3rd down and 10. He's got a receiver. It's Chase. They get 12 yards on that pass. It's a Cincinnati 1st down.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Second and 7. Burrow. Quick throw here is complete. He'll be out of bounds, but after picking up the 1st down on a gain of 7.
Really nice job there to move the chains early in this drive, but now as they approach midfield, continue to keep your foot on the gas. Don't get conservative. Don't start sitting on the ball. Cross midfield and go. Anytime you find yourself on your opponent's side of the field, you have to be thinking points.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4. Here's 2nd and 6. Now Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
4th quarter, you find yourself protecting a 1-possession lead. It's a fine line, Mike, between do I keep the ball on the ground, continue to work the clock, or stay aggressive, try to extend this lead to a multiple possession game. That's the balance this play caller is dealing with right now.
On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's to his big tight end, Gesicki. And that keeps him ahead of schedule. That's a 1st down completion of 7 yards. Second down and 3. Now Burrow on the bootleg. And that's going to be incomplete. Coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing 3rd down.
They nearly connected on the big play downfield, but he's not quite able to hold on to that ball through the contact. You can chalk that one up as a win defensively.
They'll throw here on 3rd and short. Open man, right side. He's got it. And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15.
And this is the blueprint, Mike. The ability to sustain and maintain possession and methodically move the ball down the field in the process. The defense has had no answers up until this point, and now the next step is, can they come away with 6? Because anything less than that, after this long drive, would be a bit of a letdown.
A 1st down throw for Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's close to another 1st down as he's brought down just shy of the marker.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
Now a 2nd down throw for Burrow. He puts it up, and it's caught. Jamar Chase. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
So now the Bengals and Burrow will come out and try to add 2. Blitz coming. He'll throw it. And he'll get into the end zone, doing it on his own. Successful 2-point conversion.
Everybody's looking to end every drive with 6, but when you can turn that 6 into 8, man, what a confidence boost coming off the field, and they're going to force their opponent now to start chasing.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Laube now to return it. The Raiders offense ready to take over once more. And look, they've been out of sorts throughout, Greg. They haven't had any answer for this pass rush all game.
Yeah, and it's really showing up in the sacks and also just in their ability to prevent any yards, any completions. This has just been a dominant pass defense performance here, and everything starts with the rush. The quarterback's uncomfortable. The clock gets sped up. He's got guys in his face. It's a lot easier to play defensive back, and in some of these coverage units, when you know that ball's got to come out fast, and right now, they're teeing off and taking advantage of it.
Play action now. It's Geno. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
One of those plays where you like the idea, you just don't like the execution. I didn't feel the quarterback was overly comfortable in the pocket. Footwork, a little bit sloppy. All of a sudden now the pass is a little less accurate and an opportunity for a big shot. You end up falling short.
To the left side, it is caught by Myers. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield.
And this is a tricky part of the game for any defense. You find yourself protecting a late lead, and the age-old question is, do you remain aggressive? Do you try to just keep the ball from being thrown over your head and make everything be tackled and played in front of you? That's what every defensive coordinator struggles with, so they can't get too soft here as they try to hold on to this lead here late.
Here's 2nd and 3 to go. From the gun, it's Geno. Over the middle, that's the tight end, Bowers. And they'll whistle him down, but not before he picks up a first down after a gain of 7.
This play is actually really well defended here, but I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
To the ground, a first down run. And he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down. Smith now. They go sideline, and he stays in bounds. Got the feet down in time. It's a first down. They continue to roll, continue to move the chains. That was a gain of 15.
It's been tough sledding for this offense all day today, Mike, but especially here in the second half. So they are just in desperate need of a spark. just something to get their offense into a little bit of a rhythm if they want to have any chance to find themselves back into this game here late.
And a good run there. Going to get him 5 yards. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. Gino to throw. Thrown into a sea of bodies, but it's complete. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down. Try to pick this one up on the ground. He's looking for room on the edge, but could not find any. They track him down behind the line, and it's 4th down.
Just feels like this has been the story of the day for this offense, just unable to get anything going on the ground, and a big reason they find themselves trailing and another loss of yards.
Trailing late, they've got to go here. It's 4th down. They'll try and run for it. Oh, and the rookie puts it on the deck. It's a fumble. And fortunately, one of his teammates there to save him. They'll wind up getting enough to pick up the 1st down.
So even though they avoid the turnover, this is still a play that they're going to coach hard off of. They're going to bring guys into the meeting room next week and say, hey, guys, we're not always going to be so fortunate. The ball is not always going to bounce our way. Anybody who...
And he will score! Game on! Zamir White, touchdown Las Vegas. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance, but can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
And now they'll go with the more popular of late analytics-driven decision, down 8, going for 2. Handoff here, up the middle, and he'll go down, back at the 4-yard line.
That decision to go for 2 was made up from the very beginning. The moment they scored, you could see the head coach. He's signaling, we're going for 2. The touchdown was obviously a disappointing outcome defensively, but to able to get that stop, they can at least come off the field and catch their breath.
So, things a little more interesting now. Back to a 1-score game as they kick it away. From the 6, here comes a return. And a decent return there. He'll get this up just shy of the 30. The Bengals offense and their quarterback ready to go once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. Set to go now on 1st and 10. A run with Brooks to begin this drive. And the defense all over this one. They knock him down. It'll go down as a loss of 2.
At this stage in the 4th quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Gesicki, the man in motion. There's that man again, another catch.
It may not have moved the chains, but with what they were dealing with there on 2nd down, that's a really nice pickup because now it opens up your play call sheet on 3rd down where it's a little bit more manageable.
Here's 3rd and 2. Tight end motioning left. They'll try and run it with Brooks. And not much there. He's back to the original line. No gain on that one.
You want to see linebackers play downhill, Mike, meaning there's not a lot of side-to-side pursuit. They're attacking the line of scrimmage, attacking the ball carrier. That's exactly what we saw out of this guy here. He's able to make the stop at the line of scrimmage and keep it to no gain.
The Bengals ready to punt this one away as they try to play the field position game here, protecting a 4th quarter lead. And he'll get a few yards on this return up past the 15-yard line. The Vegas offense ready to get rolling again. The deficit is 8 as this drive begins with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, Smith. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. Now, 2nd and 4. They'll drop to throw. He's got the tight end, Mayer. And he's got it to the 35-yard line. Plenty of time, plus 2 timeouts at their disposal. It's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Smith. A very quick throw there, but not on the same page with his target. That's incomplete.
All right, so this is why you get paid the big bucks. These are the possessions as a quarterback you need to deliver for your team. Everybody talks about 2 minutes. Everybody drills it every single week. But when it comes down to this moment in the game, your quarterback needs to be on point. And after that 1st down incompletion, it just makes things that much harder. So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical 3rd down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got 3rd and 4th down. There's no punt. There's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs to extend this drive.
From the gun on 3rd down, Smith. That is incomplete. And here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
They desperately needed that one, Mike. Down here late, they've only got a few remaining snaps to go, and it puts all of the pressure of the game now on 4th down. Let's see what play call they have in a gotta-have-it situation. And right now, this quarterback needs to make his best throw in the biggest moment of the game. So this offense, they think this is a prime opportunity to go for it through the air on 4th down. But this defense was having none of it. Nowhere for the quarterback to go with the ball, no easy completions, and this defense forces a huge stop on 4th down.
The Bengals offense getting set to get back to work. They've got the lead, and they'll set forth trying to build on it, and they're going to do that with excellent field position. They'll start this one with a 3 tight end look. On 1st and 10, here's Brooks. And they bring him down inside the 25-yard line. First and 10. will go once more with Brooks. And that'll be a pickup of 3. Now the Raiders going to use their third and final timeout, and they'll take it with just over 90 seconds left on the clock. A run out of the gun with Brooks. And he nearly got free. But as it is, gain of 6, and it sets up third down. Play action now. It's Burrow. That's hot. Left side. It's complete. And he's going to have the first down. They convert on third, and it sets up a 1st and goal.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a 1st down.
Well, a touchdown here could be the capper to a victory. It is 1st and goal. Victory formation here as he's down to a knee. So that'll do it for us. For Greg Olson and our terrific team behind the scenes, I'm Mike Tirico. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. Follow us on X at EA Madden NFL. It's a win for the Bengals as we say so long from Cincinnati.